Arctic Star Exploration, operated by a team of proven mine finders, is focused on diamonds in Finland and the Northwest Territories of Canada. Work programs are underway in Finland and Canada. Arctic Star trades on the TSX Venture Exchange symbol ADD, on Frankfurt symbol 82A1, and the OTCQB symbol ASDZF. Please visit our website arcticstar.ca or call us at 604-689-1799.
You're listening to HowStreet.com radio, available online at TalkDigitalNetwork.com. Welcome to HowStreet.com radio, the online source for market opinions. Here is Jim Goddard.
My guest is Sean Brodrick, senior editor for WeissGroup.com. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks very much for having me on.
Sean, does it look like gold is going to be hot stuff?
I think so. I've actually been writing about this. The interesting thing is that for a while, gold miners were underperforming gold, which is never a good sign. That just shows that there is no bullish speculation in the market. Pretty much everyone's bearish. But now we're seeing the miners outperform the metal. That's exactly what you see at the beginning of a bull market. That's what you should see continue as a bull market goes along. And so I had some charts up about that. I think this is quite exciting. I've been adding some positions to my subscribers' portfolios, and that's what we plan to ride. That's not the only thing going on, though. I mean, we saw a terrible bout of selling in the U.S. market. Part of it political, part of it worried about things like the yield curve and stuff like that. And that went down and down. I had my subscribers bank some nice gains on some puts in my supercycle investor portfolio. I mean, in like less than a month, we got triple digit gains. It was very, very nice. But you know what? Around Monday, you could tell that it was just running out of steam. It actually would have rallied on Tuesday, except that in the White House, President Trump had a face-off with the Democrats that didn't give the market any confidence, because he said that he would be willing to shut the government down. So that tanked things on Tuesday. Wednesday, we're seeing real follow-through. So I think this is the much-delayed Santa Claus rally. And you know what's key to both those things we've talked about, which is gold going higher, the market going higher, is we're seeing a weaker U.S. dollar, or relative weakness, we should say. It's actually still extremely strong. But relative weakening in the U.S. dollar allows those other instruments to go higher, and so that allows for a Santa Claus rally. That allows for gold to have its own Santa Claus rally. So it's actually a nice time to be in those markets.
Is the U.S. dollar one of the reasons why gold is looking better?
Yeah. I mean, you can see the U.S. dollar topping out. Now, as I've also pointed out on the EdelstenInstitute.com, while gold trades opposite to the U.S. dollar, it's what I call the seesaw of pain, because when like one goes up, the other gets hurt, that kind of thing. One currency that attracts even more closely is the Chinese currency, the yuan. And as this trade war talks just kind of ramped up, the U.S. dollar got a lot stronger, and the Chinese currency really fell off a ledge. It just went down and down and down, and it dragged gold down with it. Now they're actually talking like they might be able to work something out. That doesn't mean they will, and people have to keep that in mind. But as long as there's positive talk, we are going to see money flush back into the Chinese currency from the U.S. dollar. That's where it's been hiding. And so we'll see the U.S. dollar go lower. We'll see the Chinese currency go higher. We'll see gold go higher. Now, there are other longer-term fundamental forces that should kick into place for gold, but we've been talking about those for a few years. You can get really bored waiting for those things to happen, but the short-term impact in gold has to be from this currency fluctuation.
We'll have more with Sean Brodrick right after this.
Avon Resources Limited is a gold exploration company with significant projects in British Columbia, Saskatchewan, and the Yukon. Trading on the TSX Venture Exchange, symbol ABN, and the pink symbol ABN AF. surrounded by world-class gold deposits and mines. Avon's 23,000 hectares Forest Kerr Gold Project is located in the heart of the Golden Triangle in northwestern BC. For more information, visit us at avonresources.com.
Brodrick Ventures Corp. is a potash exploration company focused on the Korat Basin in Thailand, the world's largest undeveloped potash resource. Brodrick's management has extensive potash exploration and development experience in Thailand. Brodrick will have marketing advantage compared to Western producers. Drill program commences this spring. Brodrick trades on the TSX Venture, symbol BCV, and on Frankfurt, symbol V8V2. Visit our website, brodrickventures.com.
Welcome back. We're speaking with Sean Brodrick. Sean, have the U.S. banks been on interesting speculation?
Well, that's what we grabbed our put option gains on was Morgan Stanley. Yeah, they're great speculation. If you like to speculate that things are going down, this is one of the things that people hold up as a sign that the U.S. economy is headed for some trouble, is the financials are not doing well. And that tends to happen when the market is topping. So that there is no hard and fast cause and effect. Could be some other things that are at play here as well. But I'm looking for more weakness in the financials. Why not? It's been a great trade for us already. And so we'll see how things go. But in fact, now we're seeing stocks like Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs try and rally back from the tremendous moves down they've had recently. And if they get any kind of decent rally during this Santa Claus rally, if they're the good little elves that ride Santa Claus's coattails, then when they get higher, when this Santa Claus rally peaks out, that's when you want to be short them. That's when you want to buy the put options again, that kind of thing. And here's the thing. It's kind of traditional for the Santa Claus rally to extend into the early new year. It doesn't have to be that way. It could end early. The problem is, the thing that has just frustrated both investors and traders in the market this year is that geopolitical events are moving things around, ignoring the basic underlying fundamentals. That's why when I was looking at the markets this morning, the S&P 500 was only up 1% for the year. You could have made a much more bullish case for what was going on in the market, what with the huge tax cuts and everything else. But there have just been geopolitical forces that have been pushing stocks around, and so that's what makes things very frustrating, and that's what could cut a Santa Claus rally short. So enjoy the Santa Claus rally while it lasts. I think everyone should. I think there's a chance to make some money here. Just be aware. When Santa takes away that punch bowl, the next drop could be a doozy.
We'll have more with Sean Brodrick right after this.
Hi, I'm Douglas Mason, President and CEO of Rainy Mountain Royalty Corp., RMO, on the TSX Venture Exchange. Rainy Mountain Royalty Corp. is a Canadian-based mineral exploration project generator. The company currently holds multiple property interests in Ontario with joint venture partners and is seeking further joint venture partners for other drill-ready properties in our portfolio. For more information, please visit our website at rmroyalty.com or call me at 604-922-2030.
Don't miss out. Stay informed. Receive the HowStreet.com weekly recap with thought-provoking podcasts, radio, and articles delivered to your inbox. Sign up for the HowStreet.com weekly recap on our homepage at HowStreet.com.
Welcome back. We're speaking with Sean Brodrick. Sean, OPEC says it's going to cut production by 1.2 million barrels a day, but do they have enough influence in the oil market to really boost or lower prices at will anymore?
Well, there's another big producing nation that is out of OPEC's control, and that's the U.S., right? They are the ones that are really ramping up the game, U.S. producers just really being a force on the market. And so that makes it very, very hard for OPEC, for Saudi Arabia, for the those states aligned with Russia to actually have a lasting influence on the market. Now, they can influence things short term, but there's two things you have to keep your eyes on. One is, and one of these will sound weird. One is not that unusual. Let's start with a not unusual one. That is global inventories. Keep your eye on global inventories, because if inventories start to go down, that means OPEC's having an effect, and so that will actually work out in their favor. The other thing to keep on is the margins that Chinese refiners are getting, because that's like the pressure point of the global oil market, because their demand has been ramping up so much that that gives you a real indication of what's going to happen to the global oil markets. And the thing is, recently, the Chinese refiner margins have been falling quite a bit. I was just looking at a chart on my Bloomberg terminal today, and it is not good. And so this is yet another thing people are hauling out to say, you know what? This indicates not that we're in a recession now, but a recession could be coming because of the way things are slowing down. So that brings me to my final point on Saudi Arabia and OPEC. They will try and do their best to prop up oil prices. And actually, I wish them luck, because I invest in oil stocks. And I don't drive a big gas-guzzling car. I couldn't care less. So sure, wish them all the success. But the main thing that's going to affect oil prices is the global economy. If the global economy, gets in another gear and keeps moving higher and stuff like that, then we could easily see prices take off again. Prices could go back to 65, 70, maybe higher and stuff like that. But if we are going to see a global slowdown in 2019, and I'm not saying we are, just that the risk is higher than it used to be. If we do see that slowdown in the global economy in 2019, then oil prices will go lower, no matter what the Saudis and the Russians want to do.
Has uranium continued to go up?
Uranium's been kind of going sideways recently, and that's kind of weighed on uranium stocks, because for a while, first of all, uranium's one of the best performing commodities of 2018. So for a while, there's a lot of hot money in there. People were excited, and oh my gosh, look at this. And that really pumped up the stocks. Now, with the price of the underlying metal going sideways, we've seen some of the speculative funds come out. We've seen the share prices of the big uranium, well, there's only one of them big, but of the larger uranium companies go sideways or lower and stuff like that. And so that can disappoint a lot of people. But I cannot stress enough that the underlying fundamentals for uranium are extremely bullish. We are seeing a supply-demand squeeze develop now. It could be a historic supply-demand squeeze during 2019, and that could lead for some extraordinary price appreciation in both uranium and the stocks leveraged to it.
Is that because China plans to bring online literally a couple of hundred atomic power plants?
Well, that's a very important thing. There's also the fact that global producers have cut production by 20%. And so there used to be a big overhang on the market. It's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. There is still a surplus in the market, by the way. It's just the delta of that surplus. Does it get bigger? Does it get smaller? How fast is it getting smaller? That kind of thing. That's what's going to move the price of uranium.
Sean, thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thanks. It's great talking to you, and my best wishes for the rest of December. I hope everyone has a good Santa Claus rally if we have one, and also my best wishes for 2019 as well.
My guest has been Sean Brodrick, Senior Editor for WeissGroup.com. You're listening to HowStreet.com Radio. Find us on Twitter at HowStreet, our YouTube channel, Talk Digital Network. If you have questions for Sean or any of our other guests, you can send them to info@HowStreet.com. I'm Jim Goddard. Thanks for listening.
Comments made on HowStreet.com Radio are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any matter whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Available online at TalkDigitalNetwork.com. HowStreet.com Radio is a production of HowStreet Media Incorporated.